Well, the first bill that's going to be taken in fantasy drafts isn't going to be Allen, unless it's a 2 QB league at least. That's going to be Stefon Diggs. He's main passing vein. He led the league this year with 166 targets, 127 receptions, and 1,535 receiving yards. Just his first season over there in Buffalo. What a monstrous first season that was. Should we expect more of the same with this massive target share and production in 2020?
Yeah, I think he'll be out there as long as he's healthy. He's going to be out there as much as he was last year. And I think it will also help him that Emmanuel Sanders is probably going to line up on the other side. And I think he's a little bit more of a viable threat than maybe John Brown when he was plagued by injuries last year, or Gabriel Davis in his first year. So I think that will help him to a certain degree. There is, at least right now, he's got this lingering knee injury. He just missed his fifth straight practice today. And we'll have to see when he gets back into it. I asked Sean McDermott yesterday, if there was any concern that this could linger into the regular season. And he said, basically, no, but he also hit it with a qualifier of at this point. So, it's worth monitoring, just to see what's going on. I don't think the Bills are sweating it right now, but as long as he's healthy and ready to go, he should definitely be an A1 alpha receiver in a prolific passing offense.
Yeah, I mean, it was, again, 166 targets, led the NFL. That was a ton. As you mentioned, it might help him to have Manny Sanders on the other side because you have a more qualified number two. Do you think that could eat into that workload, or do you think there's another case for him to see that type of just massive deluge of targets on him?
Yeah, I think that the targets should probably be there, maybe a little bit less just from percentage, but be right around the 150 plus range with the additional game. And then from there, you figure in Cole Beasley is another spot in this. And Beasley is someone that I'm interested to see what they do with him, because from 2019 to 2020, they cut his snap percentage down by about 7%. And I wonder if that's just him getting up there in age, or maybe they have more receivers that they can kind of be a viable offense with. But yeah, he's someone that Josh Allen is always looking for as well. And Sanders has stepped right in. I'll tell you, like in training camp, when he's also been dealing with a foot injury himself, but when he's been in on team drills, Allen has been looking his way quite a bit. Now, I don't know how that translates into the regular season. I think odds are they'll keep Stefon Diggs happy and get him the ball, and because he is by far their most dynamic offensive weapon outside of Josh Allen. And yeah, so I think whoever ends up drafting him, if you end up drafting him, you're gonna be happy as long as he's healthy.
I think it's one of the highest floors. I'm with you. Like, even if it's not quite those prolific numbers, as you said, the extra game could easily hit those. And these are the totals Vegas has for him: 106.5 receptions, 1,350.5 yards, and 8 TDs. He had 1,535 yards and 127 receptions last year. What do you think of those over-unders? Pretty fair? Do you think the over, the under? What's your leaning here? Oh. One sec. You just, Joe, by the way, just kind of muted you. I don't know if the mic got disconnected. Let me unmute.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, now we got you.
My headphones kicked out on me for some reason. My bad.
No worries.
So you're talking about Diggs' whole status?
Yeah, his stat line there, as you can see, 106.5, 1,350.5 receiving yards, and 8 TDs were the line set by Vegas. You think he gets the over there or the under?
It's tough to bet against him on the under on the receptions, just because, like we've been talking about a couple of times, the extra game. This is going to continue to be a really good passing offense. They are all in on being a passing offense this year, and odds are, they know what they are. They know where their bread is buttered, and I don't think they're going to veer too often from that. I mean, at least last year, Sean McDermott kept saying, we need to run the ball better. We need to run the ball better, but it didn't really matter if they ran the ball. They were just that good on offense with passing the ball, and I would expect them to do a lot of the same this year.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, we're first in terms of first down pass rate, neutral situation pass rate. And you mentioned that continuity with Brian Daboll there at offensive coordinator. Seems to be leading like a heavy offensive pie. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.